You won't believe what happened when a billionaire father saw a humble young waitress feed his wheelchair-bound daughter. A simple yet loving gesture that changed everything forever. Have you ever helped someone without expecting anything in return? A moving story begins now. Like the video, subscribe, and activate the bells so you don't miss stories like this. Today, you'll learn the story of Maria, a young waitress who, with a simple act of kindness, deeply touched a billionaire father and transformed her own life. What seemed like just another ordinary day became unforgettable. Maria was 25 years old and worked as a waitress in a small restaurant in the city. A simple place, but full of memories for her. Since her teenage years, she had taken care of her sick father and younger sister, and even with the hardships of life, she never let the smile fade from her face. Every morning, before opening the restaurant, Maria walked through the busy streets, greeting neighbors and helping anyone who needed a kind word or a smile. For her, every gesture mattered. At the restaurant, Maria was known for her endless patience and for treating all customers with care, even on the hardest days. While serving tables and handling rushed orders, she dreamed of something bigger, opening her own business, achieving stability, and providing a better life for her family. On that particular day, a light rain was falling, and the city seemed quieter than usual. The restaurant was full of people looking for a quick lunch, but there was a table set apart in the corner. There sat a little girl about 6 years old in a wheelchair, trying to feed herself. Her father, elegant and well-dressed, seemed absorbed in his phone, typing and speaking at the same time. He was clearly a successful man, but Maria noticed something money couldn't buy: the emotional distance between father and daughter. As the little girl in the wheelchair struggled to eat on her own, Maria felt a pang in her heart. She didn't know the girl or her father, but she knew she could help without expecting anything in return. A sudden impulse of empathy and courage led her to make the decision that would change everything. Maria took a deep breath and carefully approached the table. Every step felt heavy, but she knew she had to act. "Hi, sweetheart. Would you like me to help you with your food?" she asked with a gentle smile. The little girl in the wheelchair looked at Maria, surprised, and nodded shyly. Maria began helping her, cutting the food into smaller pieces, offering spoonfuls, and speaking with tenderness. "Do you like it? This rice is really warm, you know," she said, trying to break the child's shyness. The billionaire father lifted his eyes and froze. He had never seen anyone treat his daughter with such attention, patience, and affection. A feeling he had long forgotten, true empathy, began to awaken within him. Maria carried on, unconcerned with the curious glances of other customers, as if that moment belonged only to her and the little girl in the wheelchair. Every spoonful was given with dedication and genuine love. Meanwhile, the father began to recall his own childhood, how simple moments with his mother had marked him forever. He felt guilt and admiration at the same time, something he had never imagined he could feel. Maria knew she couldn't change the entire world, but in that moment, she realized she had the power to transform that small space into something special. A safe, welcoming place filled with genuine affection. Gently, she spoke with the little girl in the wheelchair about magical stories, inventing enchanted characters as if she wanted to transport the child to a universe where nothing was impossible. Every word was accompanied by a sincere smile, and little by little, the girl's face began to light up. For the first time that day, a shy laugh escaped her lips, followed by a soft giggle that warmed the hearts of everyone around. "You know, if I were a fairy, I could give you powers to play without ever getting tired," Maria said, bringing even more joy to the little girl. The father watched silently, completely moved. He began to understand that no amount of wealth can replace attention, presence, and care. That simple act had an immeasurable value, something no money could ever buy. Meanwhile, Maria reflected on her own life, the daily struggles, sleepless nights caring for her sick father and younger sister, and the hard work she endured. She realized that every tear and every hidden smile had found meaning in that moment. She was living proof that kindness and love hold an infinite and eternal value. Silence fell. The billionaire finally approached Maria and said, I don't know how to thank you. You've done more for my daughter than I ever could." Maria, surprised, simply smiled shyly. "I didn't do anything special. I just wanted her to feel okay." He stood there, looking at her, feeling something awaken inside him, a mixture of admiration, regret, and hope. For the first time, he realized that life wasn't just about achievements or wealth, but about moments of true connection, about gestures that go straight to the heart. He began, but his voice faltered. He took a deep breath. "You deserve more than I can offer. You deserve to be recognized, valued, and to transform your own life." Maria didn't know what to say. Her simple, natural gesture had caused an unexpected impact. The billionaire felt that, in an instant, something inside him had changed. He didn't just want to repay her. He wanted to ensure that Maria had opportunities, that her dreams were realized, and that her kindness would never be forgotten. That small, quiet moment became etched in time. For him, for Maria, and most importantly, for the little girl who would never see the world the same way again. In the days that followed, the billionaire returned to the restaurant with an unexpected proposal. He offered Maria the chance to study and specialize. He guaranteed financial support so that she and her family could live a comfortable life. He invited her to work at his foundation, where her kindness could inspire and help many others. Maria could hardly believe it. A gesture that had seemed small to her had been able to transform her entire reality. The young girl in a wheelchair, now more confident and smiling, also felt the change, realizing that there are people who truly care. The billionaire learned a lesson that no money could ever buy. True wealth lies in love, empathy, and the ability to care for those in need. This story reminds us that small acts of kindness can truly change destinies. A simple gesture, often invisible to the hurried eyes of the world, can ignite a flame of hope in someone who had already lost faith. Never underestimate the power of love, even when no one is watching, for it is in those quiet moments that the greatest transformations are born. Kindness does not need a stage or applause. It grows in silence, in simplicity, and in the authenticity of our hearts. Maria was not seeking recognition. She simply allowed her humanity to speak louder. And it was this pure act that awakened in the billionaire's heart a new vision of life, proving that true wealth is not measured by possessions, but by our ability to touch and transform the lives of others. Every action we take carries a power we may not see right away. Today, it may seem small, but tomorrow, it might be remembered as the moment that changed everything. So never hesitate to reach out, to offer a smile, or share a little of what you have. In the end, the love we give always comes back in unexpected ways, proving that seeds planted with generosity will one day bloom into a fertile field of hope. And you? Have you ever helped someone without expecting anything in return? Share your story in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and watch the next inspiring video appearing now on your screen. Because stories like this remind us that every act of kindness is worth it.